Aloha, friends and family. Greetings of aloha. Carry the blessings of absolute true love and divine light. Recognizing God in everyone, in all life, truth and humbleness. Being aware in each moment. The presence of divine breath. And speaking of the presence of divine breath, the stresses and demands of modern living have literally taken our breath away. In this moment, you may be saying, but I'm breathing. Yes, there's air going in and out. Most of us, however, children and adults alike, do not breathe as deeply and strongly as we could. Our natural breathing patterns have been compromised, many of us from the moment of birth. While our brains and other organs, muscles and tissues get enough oxygen to survive, they don't get nearly enough to thrive. In a moment, you're going to learn some ancient, little known, simple secrets that will help you and your children reclaim your breathing superpowers. Secrets that I didn't even know after reading many books on breathing and learning many breathing techniques in yoga and breath classes. As you're listening right now or reading the text, simultaneously notice how you're breathing. For now, just notice. Use your aloha of being aware. And even though this blog is longer than most, hang in there with me because you're going to discover things about your breathing that you most likely don't know and definitely need to know. And undoubtedly need to share with your children, family, and friends. It's time to thrive breathing instead of striving to breathe. If we hadn't have the pleasure of meeting before, my name is Timothy, the magical kids books creator. I've now been blessed to write more children's stories than anyone alive, 86 to date, with many more coming. 6 or 7 of those have breathing games and exercises weaved within the storylines to help children of all ages and adults maximize and maintain their optimum breathing capabilities right from the start of life. I also have some free guided meditations, exercises, children's stories, and songs waiting for you at timothystutz.com. You'll find the links to these in the description box. My entertaining and educational family stories and courses switch on the love, bliss, and brilliance genes in all generations. Even as you're listening now, your love, bliss, brilliance genes, and more are being activated. Stories have been used for thousands of years to pass on blessings, seed generational wisdom, and trigger aha moments within listeners. You may have even had an aha moment related to your breathing already. Among other less than efficient ways of breathing, many of us breathe through our mouth when we should be breathing through our nose. Reclaiming this precious natural breathing through your noses will empower your children's lives and yours. Our noses filter the air coming into our bodies. Our mouths don't. Not only do many people breathe through their mouth instead of their nose, but many also even hold their breath when they should be breathing. What's more, many people breathe backwards. Yes, backwards. When they inhale, their bellies cave in like they've been punched in the stomach instead of expanding outwards like big balloons. Let's take a moment right now where you can observe your breath with your full awareness. Don't change how you're breathing. Just observe what's happening as the air flows in and out. As you inhale and exhale, are you inhaling and exhaling through your nose or your mouth? Just notice. Is your stomach moving in or out as you inhale? Maybe it's not moving at all. Perhaps the air is only entering and moving your chest. Shallow breathing, holding our breath, gasping for air, and breathing backwards provides our brains and other organs, muscles, and tissues with enough oxygen to survive, but not nearly enough to thrive. I can't say that too many times over and over again. Without breathing deep into our abdomens all day long, we don't have the energy and drive we are designed to have to do and be our best. Deep breathers, on the other hand, get enough oxygen to continually fan their fire of enthusiasm. Think clearly and make good decisions. Fuel their muscles so they can exercise, play, and compete at peak levels. Fully develop their bodies and keep them very, very healthy. Even cool, raging emotions. Sleep well and achieve their maximum potential in all areas of life. So, how did our natural breathing pattern get altered? As newborn babies, we were all deep breathers. Sometime, somewhere, however, a terrible thief silently crept into our lives and stole this natural ability. Perhaps that terrible thief was how we were birthed. Very few people in Western societies experience natural births, and I'm not just talking about traveling through the birth canal. What happens immediately after is not only crucial to proper breathing, but it has a major impact on overall human development. Perhaps that terrible thief was a sickness. Perhaps our nose became stuffy and we had to breathe through our mouth. Perhaps that terrible thief was fear, moments when we had the air scared right out of us. Moments, minutes, even hours when we held on to our breath like a prized possession someone was trying to steal as our body tightened up or braced itself against dangers known and unknown, and then forgot to release. Dangers and unknown like these, which I'm sure you can relate to and maybe even add on to. A scary trip to the doctor or dentist, listening to or watching our parents or loved ones fight with each other, being yelled at or even hit or spanked for doing something our parents didn't like, a scary, loud, or intense scene we saw on TV or at the movie theater, losing or not being the best at something, being locked in a dark closet as punishment, thinking about or being physically hurt, hurrying and scurrying to get somewhere or get something done on time. Have you ever seen little children trying to keep up with their parents while walking? Booming thunder and crackling lightning, being teased about our weight or looks, being forced to eat something we didn't like, not being liked, being bullied, standing up in front of others or being called on in school, darkness or being left alone, a dog barking at us or chasing us, being afraid of spiders, snakes, scorpions, and other such creepy crawly creatures, even just being disappointed. The possibilities of who or what stole our natural breathing processes are endless. But who or what this thief was that stole this precious gift we were given at birth is no longer important. Reclaiming our own natural ability to breathe deeply and fully is what is important. Keeping this terrible thief out of our children's lives right from the start is even more important. If you're planning on having your first child or more children, learn everything you can about the optimum way to bring them into the world and do everything to make that possible. Learn about birthing in other cultures. Expand your horizons. Teaching our young ones and learning ourselves how to breathe correctly, consciously, and regularly, just like we eat and drink, is vital to nourishing body, mind, and spirit. This teaching should begin right from the start, before birth. There are things we can do with our breath. There are things you can do with your breath, and we can do them too, that will nourish your child's development in the womb. Remember, there's several free meditations and exercises for every member of your family at timothystutz.com to enhance breathing capabilities and thus all other aspects of your life. The link is in the description box. I've been using these freebies for over 40 years to empower myself and people of all ages to develop and use their infinite soul powers to achieve their full potential. I've been trained by some of the world's greatest teachers to empower tens of thousands around the world like you to leap over some of life's most difficult challenges with grace and ease, so you can experience the wonders of vital health, the freedom of financial health, the bliss of a quiet, focused mind that only thinks when you want it to think, the joys of enjoying loving relationships, their soul powers, and seeing their dreams come true. One of the breathing secrets I learned over these past 4 decades to enhance abdominal breathing is a novel, yet time-tested approach of improving your instinctive ability to blow. How many times have you been asked to or tried to take a deep breath in? Do you know what happens when most people do that? Let's find out what happens with you right now. Observe what happens in your body right now as you take a deep breath in. Perhaps you'll need to take several breaths to find out. Take some deep breaths in and watch what happens in your body. Were your deep breaths in accompanied by a lifting of the shoulders or a puffing out of the chest as you tried to suck the maximum amount of air into your nose or mouth? Did you inhale through your nose or mouth? If you noticed yourself lifting and using your shoulders to pump and draw air into your lungs, the result was not a deep breath. It was a clavicle or shallow breath. When we lift our shoulders to inhale, our auto reflex pulls our stomach inward, contracting it. When our stomach pulls in, our diaphragm muscle pushes up, causing our body to fight against the flow of air trying to come into our abdomen, preventing us from taking a deep, life-enhancing, oxygen-rich abdominal breath. My experience as an author of children's breathing books yoga instructor, and a Tai Chi Qigong master, has proven that how we hu, or blow out air, definitely affects how we shi, or draw in air. The Chinese word or term for breathing consists of two characters, hu, shi, which literally translate as blow, draw. A thorough exhalation is a natural precursor to a health-enhancing deep abdominal breath. The more thorough the exhalation, the deeper, fuller, and more satisfying the following inhalation will be. If you ask a 6-year-old to take a deep breath in, you'll get a blank stare. Breathing in means nothing to a child because it doesn't produce a visible result. On the other hand, if you ask them to blow out the candles on their birthday cake, you'll get a great big smile because they can see the effects of their effort. It's far easier and much simpler to help children and even ourselves breathe better by leading them to blow out thoroughly and then letting the deep in-breath take its natural course. For instance, as they practice blowing like the wind, like through the loop in a bottle of liquid bubbles, they learn to control the blowing, making it last longer, gain more focus and strength, and produce greater and greater results. They see they can do more fun things and win games simply by blowing better. People of all ages also find excitement and satisfaction in screaming, yelling, and laughing freely. These emotional expressions naturally let out pent-up air and release tension in the muscles used for breathing, creating a relaxed vacuum, which is automatically and naturally filled by a deep abdominal breath. And if you're going to do the yelling and screaming part, just make it outside in your house, alone, having fun, not directed at anyone. The great big inhalation from deep within is the source of the excitement, satisfaction, and even elation brought about by screaming, yelling, laughing, and playing. If you no longer know what a deep abdominal breath feels like, or or want to simply check how deep your breath is, I invite you to sit in a chair. If you can't do this now, please re-listen to the replay of this and practice this. It works really well. Bend forward as far as you can, sitting in that chair. Then blow all the air in your body out through your mouth. Now, slowly inhale through your nose. Feel what happens. You should easily feel the breath going directly into and expanding your abdomen. You might also notice the air filling up your lower sides and back. You can practice this throughout the day at certain times, whenever you feel like it, if you're not breathing deep into your belly, and retrain your body to take these natural, deep abdominal breaths. As your family members, young and old, learn and practice ways to regain your natural ability to take deep abdominal breaths effortlessly and continuously, you'll observe the truly valuable end results: enhanced mental and physical capabilities, sustained by a rich flow of oxygen, chi energy, controlled coordination, and centering. You will empower your child and yourself with abilities that will last a lifetime, abilities they can pass on to their children. You'll find many fairy tales, songs, courses, and coaching programs at timothystuts.com, some of which are the freebies I previously mentioned that can help you and other members of your family quickly and easily reclaim your full breathing capabilities to further empower every aspect of your life. If you're really committed to enhance your breathing or that of any other family members and enhance any other aspects of your lives, please contact me directly via the chat window at the website, and we can talk about how I might best assist you in this process. There's no reason to live anything other than your true aliveness. There's no reason to experience anything other than thriving with each breath, to living your full aloha, to enjoying the presence of divine breath, experiencing the full power and empowerment of your divine breath. There's no reason to experience anything less than your ongoing divine essence, beginning right now. I invite you to please like, comment on, and share this video with your friends and family. Let's give everyone an opportunity to experience their true aliveness, their full aloha, the blessings of maximizing and using their divine breath. With all my blessings for peace, love, vibrant health, joyous breaths, and bliss wrapped in infinite double rainbows of miraculous, magical miracles for you, your children, and your family. Aloha and mahalo for tuning in, for being here now. Happy, joyful, blissful breathing to thrive forevermore. No more striving to breathe. Enjoy a few deep breaths with me. Feel as if you're inhaling the light of God into every pore of your being as you breathe in. Feel the cells of your body joyously responding to this divine light you're consciously breathing into your body. I love you, love you, love you. Breathe, breathe, breathe.